G'day. Dave in Sydney again. Blake with the Griller giving you the finger in the top right hand corner. Had a look at a few of the videos I've put up lately and there's not much about. I'll stop talking about the game, I think. I'm going to start trying to help people who are on mobiles. I need help. There's tour champions and champions out there. Please feel free. Your advice is well received. I remember when I was just down there in the tour pros and watching guys stick balls from 200 metres, thought that's impossible. How do they do that? There must be something. It's just a matter of the equipment. I reckon it comes down to more than anything else. I'm going to play something simple so I can talk about it, not get too involved in how well I'm scoring. So I go to my country club 801. Well, there's Funky Fred's 4x4. Easy peasy returns. No. That's an 18 hole. I don't want to play that. That's reasonably easy. I don't want to play that. Alright, there's nothing there that I've got to pick something else if I'm going to talk about golf. Alright, we'll see how many holes we get through on Kiawah, okay? Not the best greens in the world to be doing a video on, but I guess got to play it sooner or later. High winds, championship greens, pin hard. Great, love it. Just smack me in the face before I start. Alright. It's loading pretty quick. There's not a lot of people watching Netflix in Sydney at the moment. No, I don't want to bypass. Bugger that. Okay. My routine's pretty much all the same. Always the same. I always go for the fairway view, have a look at the wind. Just line it up with the side of the fairway that I've got least resistance to, which is to the wind, so I've got plenty of room if I do hit it a bit late. And if I hit it early, the wind should straighten it up. With these golf balls, in my experiments have always told me I always hit full backspin off the tee. Doesn't make sense, but then again, how do you put topspin on in a real game of golf? So, yeah. A lot of things don't make sense about this game. Dinging. I can't really consistently hit dings or close to the dings unless I've got super slow meter balls. And I can't get used to the really slow meter, the expensive ones, because they go wild when you nail them. You can nuke things and got a lot of spin, and it's just, yeah. I've been playing the same ball for a long time now. If they took it away, I'd have to start working on something else, but at the moment. Okay, second shot routine's pretty much always the same too. I've only got one view at this. I'm just watching my wind indicator and seeing if it moves between the views, and it does a bit. So, but pretty much what I'm seeing is what I'm getting. So I adjust for the wind by about five yards of wind at one grid. That's not exactly where I want to whack the ball, but or exactly how much I want to hit it. It's just giving me an idea of the distance between my aimer and the pin, and if I make good contact, roughly that should be within 5-10 feet. Now it's just a matter of distance, isn't it? Distance is calculated to me into the wind. I've got no elevation to worry about. I do it in feel. There's calculations for it. You'll find them on the internet. If you've got a calculator and you've got the head for it, go for it. But a lot of this is just feel for me. I feel like it's a full pitching wedge with, total backspin, which usually goes about 115, and the wind will knock it down a bit. I've only got 104, so let's just take a still off it. Be past the hole, be round the hole, hopefully. We've got a heartbeat. No gimmies at Kiawah. It's about 8 feet away. It's maybe 7, 8. Now, I'm going to complain a lot if this for how long this goes, because I'll get some views that I can't read on. And it's probably why talking about playing this game with a little bit of skill and knowledge goes out the window, because man, if you can read that, let me know. It's uphill. That's about the only thing I've got going for me. I can whack it. 13 greens. And if I do miss it, it's going to end up where that green view symbol is. You wait and see. It'll carry right on. Anyway, get on with it. I'm just going to hit 7.5. I don't think it's going to go under the hole 7.5. I'm going to hit it 8. I talk a lot about how putts have, every putt is an infinite line, and that was a good example. See how I changed my decision to hit the ball by a half foot? That's why the ball went in the hole. Because if I'd have hit that slightly less, it would have gone under the hole, would have given away the hole, would have never had a chance. A little bit harder, would have gone over the hole, would have been an overread. But every putt's just based on pace, and what you're prepared to accept as a second shot if you miss. Whether you're doing a huge lag or you're going to run it in and take the consequences if it lips out or misses the hole completely. That's what I think it's all about. Putting is in the app, as I've probably said before, you may have heard me. Putting in the app is more based on pace than we aim it, and I kind of figure, I don't know what this is going to do. I don't know where I'm aiming it. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I think I can get there. It's all based on not so much we aim at how hard you hit the ball, but I think on the PC it's more about where you aim it, and that's why the best putter in the game, you give him the variables in his language. You can put it through a calculator and you can tell you where exactly how to aim, the ball, and where exactly how hard to hit it, and it'll go in if you hit the ding. There's some maths about it on the net. There's an old video. The guy uses red lines just superimposed on the video. It's very complicated. I don't think I'm that challenged by the game that I have to know where every putt's going. Because if I wanted to be that challenged, I wouldn't be playing it, because I'd be beating it every time I picked it up. Let's take this off a bit, I think. Just off a bit, because I've got all that wind, and I will get a flyer from these clubs. They'll do exactly the distance pretty much you ask them to. Should be on the green. Yeah, I wanted that to go, but it just rolled on with the contours of the green. How do you read this? Well, if I go behind it, it's not a bad look at it. Off the club head, it's just like they're going down a funnel, and then I've got nothing around no dots at all at the hole. None at all. Maybe I can move the dots and get them closer to the hole. That's better. Okay, so off the club head, everything's going right. Lots of different speeds of dots, I guess you could say. Okay, it goes fast, goes slow, goes fast. There's about 3 dots moving fast, 3 dots moving slow. So how do you line that up? Downhill putt, so it's going to take more of the break. Already I'm looking at 8 minus 6.5. Only a 6.5 foot line. Where is it 6.5? It's just going to come in there, right there. That's where I want it. So I reckon it's about there. Again, bit of a hidden hope, isn't it? It's not a putt because of the view that I think I'm going to make. I should check it from the other side, I guess. Looks nice from there, but it doesn't look like it's much off the club head this way, does it? Looks like it's going the other way. Looks like I might have overread it. Okay. Trust the dots. Bring it back in a bit. I'm not going to go back and look at the other view because it'll only confuse me. I said it was a 6.5, 7 foot line, didn't I? Let's go 6. Let's go 7. 6, 7. Missed the ding. Huh. I've never seen that before. I think that's my leg in the way. Oh, it was one of my arms, actually. Yeah, it got away from me a bit for the eagle, but at least I wasn't short. And coming back. Heave ho, Joe. Put it in the back of the hole. A lot of my missed dings are intentional. I do not aim for them, but then I'll take a little while getting my speed right on the meter, and then I'll notice, geez, that dot's moved a long way. And especially off the club head, I'll miss it sometimes too. Now this is hard. I can run out of fairway here. I don't want to run out of fairway, do I? No. So I'm going to back off on this. Where you think you can run out of fairway, you will. Okay? And you'll be surprised at how easily a backed off shot like that just went 324 yards. I did nowhere near full power. And look where I am. Okay. This will be a fun shot. Well, you know what the maths are? The maths are I got 58, add 5 for the rough I'm in. And a tailwind. Well, for all intents and purposes, with that tailwind, this should be the right shot. But something's telling me I've got heaps of green. It's not going to spin. So when it does come up short, it might run up to the hole. Okay, that's the thought process. Oh, gee. That was like I hit that off the fairway. See, they're really, and that's another thing that'll irritate PC players, because I'm not sure if they have that experience, but if you've played the game enough, you've been throwing a lot of dummies about what kind of rough you're in. A lot. And I'm pretty much used to it now. The only roughs that scare me, look at that, what's it doing? It's pretty, yeah. The only roughs that scare me, Congo, Olympic, Merion. The rest of them, I think if you're right on the borderline, you can sense that the ball isn't sitting as it's suggested. Now this should go in with the right speed. Maybe, no, it's going, all those dots, maybe, I think it's a straight putt. Just hit it 7, 6.5. That's 6, that's 6.5. Don't be short. Yep, dead straight. Alright, moving right along. Now, here is a hole that's cost me, seriously, this hole has cost me so many opportunities to put something together on Kiawah in certain tournaments, because of the simple reason that, you watch how far I back off on this to start. Right, I'm only hitting it 90%. Should go 260. Should go 260. What? Oh my god. No, don't tell me it went 290. And now I'm in the rough through my own stupidity and missing the ding. But the point I'm making is, if I play off the blue tee, I can't hit the ball. I don't know where to hit it. I've lost 3 balls on this. One in the Oakmont, in a championship round too. So, what do I do here? I'm going to play for a par. No point in fooling around. I've got a lost ball zone in front of me I've got to be careful of, so I'm going to go back up there. Now, if I drop this short, see all that black stuff on the mini-map? I'm dead. Look at where the ball's coming from. 1 minute's coming from over there, now it's coming from there. I'm hitting a punch shot. Punch shot out of the rough is my favourite. It's the only thing I seem to get some distance out. But you need to ding it. Or you need to be close to the ding. If you miss ding it, I'll lose a ball. Oh, that's different. Have I got a putt? No, I don't think so. Got a lot of distance out of that though. A lot more distance than you would have thought. Okay, this is makeable. Makeable. If I don't get it close, I'll look like a wanker, won't I? No lights. But not a bad result. Like I said, when I blew it off the tee, just had to take your medicine. Could have gone for the green, been that bunker. You know, got to kick off the fringe as it came up to the hole, and that would have thrown it all the way at the other green, but had a roller coaster putt. Still haven't got a putt that's a gimme, but I've got to hit it. And it's straight through the break. Oh, how did that just go straight? Dots moving left, right, and centre. Anyway, so I've explained to you how I go well. I'll just explain to you how I make a mistake too. It's easy to make mistakes. Anyway, we'll keep going. We'll keep going, keep talking. Again, pre-shot routine's always the same. Always go and have a look at where the wind. And again, it helps. See how the wind's changed from that view to that view. Now, which is easier to aim on? It's impossible to aim from this view because it's just impossible. Where's the aimer compared to the hole? You can't see the hole on the mini map. I can't see it in the distance, so I go to the other view and look where I've aimed it. Ridiculous. So if I put the blue line directly between me and the hole, which is probably the best way to aim this up, that's about the line. And I've got the wind up my clacker. I know my 4-iron goes a bit ballistic sometimes, so I'm even going to back off on it a bit. Close to a ding. With that, I backed off on a 4-iron. It flew 225. My 4-iron is naughty. Got to keep in the back of the head. The 4-iron goes longer than what it's supposed to. That's terrible. Look at that. And look at the putt I got left. Championship greens. Here's a trick, okay? Hope it works so you can get the idea, but you will use this a lot, especially on greens like this. Okay, we're on the green. It's going to let me hit a punch shot. I don't know how far your punch shot will go. You need to get on a green and practice, or just test it and map it. My punch shots go 25 yards full power. Okay, they will be affected by wind. They should stop. They won't be affected by what's happening around the hole. They tend to ignore the physics of what a putter do and just sit. So here I have 12 yards to the hole. Take the pin out, and we're going to miss ding it a bit late. Now, 12.5 yards in the wind is probably what I should be trying to do here. But I'm going to hit it just a little bit harder. Because the more gently you hit a club, the less performance you get out of it. And we want to get some performance out of this. We want it to sit. See that? Now, I could more than likely have got to within 2 yards. Maybe not. but you saw the way the dots were going. How can you read it? It's impossible. So you take advantage of what the game lets you do, and it lets you punch. It won't let you chip. It won't let you pitch. It won't let you hit a full shot off the green. It'll let you punch. I've got to ram this, guys, because there's just so much break. Okay. Nuke to 4-iron. Put that in the back of your head, Dave, because you're going to need that again one day. Funny thing is, I reckon if I went down to the 5-iron, it'd be 20 yards short. So I've got that big hole in my bag somewhere that I've got to remember now. Or I should just get out and map a 4-iron on a practice range, on the practice hole somewhere. Just keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it and figuring out whether it's the conditions or it's me. Okay. Again, it's only giving me one view at the hole, and it's nothing the PC players don't appreciate. They get 5 or 6 views, maybe not that many, but at least 2, 3. We have to deal with one. And the first one, which I'm looking at now, we can't aim with. I can't aim with that. I really can't. I don't know what I'm aiming at. So if I go up there and have a look at what I just aimed at, it's not enough. And what's the wind change when I go from view to view? Well, there's not a lot of view changes there, but in the wind, so you probably trust that. Can I get there with the 9-iron? Should I try? If I come up short, it's going to be hit that swale, but if I can pull it off, the wind's not going to help me 10 yards. That's what bull backswing's going to do. So I still think that might nuke it. Yeah, I think it might nuke it. I don't know why. I just do. The more spin I put on it, the less distance I'm going to get. Close to the ding, and I've got heartbeat. Come up short. Come up real short. We've got to kick off the fringe. It's not. There's nothing in that shot that I did right. I don't think. Should have hit it full. Trusted the math. I'll let these dots run a bit for you. Which way do I hit it? Go on. $64 million question. They're all going. They start. Looks like they're going left to right, then they go the other way. Watch this. Oh, that's weird. Straight putt. Yeah, you got to call it straight putt. And hit it. Is 7 hitting it, David? No, it's not. 8 is hitting it if you want to hit it. 7.5. Then again, look at those dots coming across now. Making me think I've got to look at it again. What happens with the dots? Yeah, they're all going left to right. It's not a straight putt. It's about there. Or there, hitting it. Okay, that's what I meant by sometimes when I'm trying to get my distance control, while I'm holding my thumb on the screen like here and saying, oh, is it there, is it there, or is it there? You know, with a putt, you'll notice that when you look back up, the dots have moved in a direction you weren't anticipating, or not even, maybe that you knew they were going that way, but wow, that moved a long way in a couple of seconds, didn't it? And you can adjust a bit. I don't think I can make this in 1 and 2, but I think I can make the fairway there and run something up with a bit of luck. We have a punch shot. Punch shot's my most accurate around the green because it tends to stop on a dime, where my full shot using the ping wedges creates a lot of backspin, creates a lot of anxiousness. I don't know what's going to do on some greens. What do we do here? Yeah, just put it. It's going to be on the front of in front of the green somewhere. It's not going to be on the green. As predicted. Okay, got a pitch that's very makeable here. Very, very makeable. Why? Because with these ping wedges, I don't have to really worry about much roll after I pitch it. They'll stop for me. It's just a matter of getting distance right. Got lights, we got lights, we got lights. Close. Close but no cigar. Easy birdie. Easy birdie. That bogey's coming back to haunt me, innit? Anyway, keep going. Keep talking. Another one where you only get one view at it. Look. You get one view at it. It's just, that's where the game becomes a guessing game, and I guess the PC players who haven't had to guess, who have been able to assess everything on its merits, are just saying to themselves, well, what the F do I do here? Okay. Always remember, see the grid? Now you can't see my thumb, but it's on the aiming box. I'll just move the grid. The grid is always pretty much parallel to you. If you put it in the middle of the screen, it's pretty much a straight line. So you can trust the grid to give you a pretty accurate assessment of how the wind's going to affect it. And it's telling me it's just around that second shadow out there. Okay. Wind up me clacker. Full backspin. I've got to hit it. I can't hit it full. Full will be off the back, I think. That looks about the number. Let's try and ding it. Close. Close, but no heartbeat. I really thought that was the line too, but it's turning over more. Must have gone with the misting. The distance wasn't bad. Didn't get the wind right. Okay. Uphill putt. Terrible back reverse view. So far off the line, it's not funny. This is a better view. Takes off really left, doesn't it? And then it does nothing. So if I can get my aimer, where's my aimer? I can say to myself, well, between me and the cup, that's where it starts going straight after all the break. Actually, it's going back the other way, but there's so much break in the first half of the putt. That's where all the compensation's going to be made. Out there. Okay. So it's rolled and it's now on line, but I've got to adjust a bit for coming back the other way. So it's there. It's downhill. I can't afford to mess with it. Just bring it down to see exactly the distance. I'm just going to have to float this down there. Can't afford to tip up. Misdinged. Oh, if I've misread it, misding might come in handy. I read it pretty good. Might have come up short, but well, the misding took some distance off. That was probably a good read, good thing, good angle, good power. Just misdinged it. Okay, I'm going to play one more hole with this because I've been talking about it a lot, and it's been a lot about golf, and it's probably one of the videos where you don't have to listen to me ranting about anything else. What's going on in the world? But yeah, I do have opinions, and maybe they're better left unsaid when I'm playing golf. Anyway, it's virtual golf. Maybe we should go out and play some real golf. Get a lie. Yeah. Stop talking like that shit. Okay, what am I thinking here? I'm thinking the ball's going to go 130 with all that backspin. I've got roughly about 140 to the hole with all that wind up me clacker. I should take a slither off it. What about there? The wind do the rest. No heartbeat. Too much. Not enough. Not enough. Hit that little embankment and stopped. Yeah. It's got to be a strong wind, Dave. When you think about what you just tried to do. Tried to a bull shot that goes 130, 139 and backed off on it. There's another instance here where I just couldn't be bothered. Sorry. I just couldn't be bothered looking at that part and saying, oh, it's doing that, doing the other. All I have to do is this. I should have a two-part. Anyway, this is an 18-hole competition, and I'm not in the mood, so we're going to sign off with 4 under and talked about golf. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you can. Makes me feel like I'm wanted. And have a great day. Ciao.